Hello. Hello and welcome to my stream. I think my camera needs to be tweaked just a scotch. No, it seems okay. Previous autosaves will be overwritten. Worth it. Worth it. I'm Charles Reed. That's me. Okay. Jeez. Nope. Don't like that. I did it. I survived. Or something.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Dear Mr. Charles Reed. It's from J. Vanderburgh. Dear Mr. Charles Reed, as we requested, I've researched the outbursts of hysteria and visions in the city of Oakmont, Massachusetts. It turns out that your assumptions were correct. Such cases are indeed more frequent here. Men and women from across across the country are drawn to Oakmont, haunted by visions similar to yours, a city drowning, the presence of something great yet unknown. As luck has it, I believe we have stumbled upon the source of your ailment and the person who might help you with it. Prepare yourself and then come to Oakmont as soon as you can. I will meet you here to help you on your way. Cordially, Johannes Vanderburgh. It's just a gun, baby.
Hope I never have to use it.
I'll
But
be
something
using it.
tells me I will.
I think I'll be using it a fair amount. You know, before I do anything else, let me go to my options. I just want to mess with the difficulty. Master Sleuth, you will receive no hints at what to do in your investigation, no prompts to visit the Mind Palace or casebook, and won't be notified when you've collected all key evidence. We're gonna do detective. Evidence in your casebook will have no hint icons, leaving you to work out what action to take next. I mean, that seems fine.
Now get out.
Whoa. Alright.
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes Vanderburgh, at your service.
What up, dude?
I did promise to meet you.
I feel like...
Much obliged, Mr. Vanderburgh. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners?
I don't know.
Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
So, I feel like I should be calling out Lovecraftian stuff that I see, like, just low-key, I spot all this stuff because I'm a bit of a fan, so, like, I feel like I should just be like, there it is, there's a thing, there's another thing. Hey, Timid. How's it going? Oh my god? Oh my god. What's up?
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a
Hey,
particular
Olaf.
weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
How you doing? Saw this trailer for Star Trek Lower Decks, and I usually don't like that stuff, but I love Star Trek so much. Lower Decks is actually really good. There you go, a little better. Good morning. Saturday for you, I believe. How you doing today? Yeah, no, you should watch it. I'm also pretty sleepy, but I've just been sort of hanging out with myself a little bit. I don't know, like ever since that all-nighter that I pulled, I have been sort of a mess and falling asleep randomly all through the day. I guess my body is just not used to doing all-nighters anymore, and I like had some caffeine during that time. It turns out it brings the panic attacks back a little bit, so that's not great. So I'm just sort of hanging out with myself, trying to stay calm and cool. I just got out of the shower. Spooky games relax me for some reason. Spooky in general, so we're doing this. By the way, this dude is wearing all yellow. Something tells me that he might be Nyarlathotep, but who's to say? I just know a lot about Lovecraft.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place.
How's my audio
Its unique
on the game?
geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it. despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
Atmosphere. A little quiet. No, I don't think it's just you. I don't think it's just you. It is low. It is set pretty low. Let me see here. Here, well, before I do it this way, let me do it. Wait, no. I should do it from here. Okay, hopefully it'll be okay now. It's still quieter than me, but it should be pretty loud.
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been
How's that?
worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
Can you tell me a little about Mr. Throgmorton?
A remarkable creature, scion of a robust bloodline, a philanthropist, a scholar, and the patron of the famous Oakmont University. A man of great ambitions and even greater ego. Do not make him wait.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fair enough. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Reed.
How do you fill your days, Mr. Vanderburgh?
I host a philosophy club for the like-minded intelligentsia, gathering seeds of thought, like moths drawn to a flame.
I don't like that.
Don't really have much of a market for philosophy these days.
There is no consciousness without pain, Mr. Reed. No better moment for clarity than times of hardship.
Like, I'm like 90% sure that this dude's Narlethotep. Which is to say, chaotic and evil god who likes to mess with people. I'm just fixing my chat. There we go.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other places? Like what?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper. Places you'll need to get to the truth. This city is insular, its ways mysterious. No one will take you by the hand, so you better know where to turn in search of a lead.
Well, that's it for now, I think. Thanks for helping me get my bearings.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed.
Oh, before you go, how can I get in touch with you later?
Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
See, again, just cryptic and not great. Also, just a fair warning, this game's going to show a lot of things that look like
We'll meet again.
they should smell bad. I played a little bit of it. I mean, I played a good chunk of it, but like, you know, only over a day or so. And I decided that I wanted to do it on stream because so many crazy things happened, and like the game is sort of janky. It just felt right.
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed.
Okay. Oh, look, there's Mr. Throgmorton. You guys ready for this? This game is full of Lovecraft references.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is final.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers, mark my words.
Yeah.
Please forgive the question, but I've never met a man quite like you before.
That's because no man measures up to the Throgmorton lineage. Proud and powerful blood flows through our veins. My father united with a certain royal family, which has blessed all our offspring with these exquisite features.
Yeah. Okay.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground.
Lovecraft reference.
Oh, those filthy migrants occupy half this damned city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
Sounds kind of bigoted from a guy who... Okay, you know what? We'll just play the game.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you. I'm rather good at tracking down missing people. I'll find Albert.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss.
Ooh.
And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
Sorry, did you just say Vera? What does that mean?
You had better get used to the Oakmont dialect, outsider. That is, if you want to fit in. It is a fascinating blend. Vera means fine. I was saying, we have a deal.
I see. Thank you. I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Tame, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to their house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
Yeah, alright.
Where's the house where this all happened?
For Kay's sake, I thought you were a private eye. Was standing right in front of it.
You mentioned a lifeboat. Is it still around?
Yes. Face the house, then to the left is a beach that borders a fence. You'll find it there.
Let's start with that.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
Don't be a jerk. Sheesh. Okay, Fisherman's house. Turn left, and we'll try to let's find the beach. I'll try and narrate my my thought process as I go along. This looks to be a beach. We got do not cross stuff. Guess that's the lifeboat. Albert Throgmorton's will. I hope someone finds this. My name is Albert Throgmorton, and this is my will. I want to warn you: don't go to the depths below Oakmont. There's unreadable. We should have never done that. Everything should have remained in that cave. Professor Blank. I fear what will become of me. It's singing in my brain, dancing on my eyelids every time I close my eyes. Unreadable. The cycle goes on and on and on and on and on. Unreadable. In the end, it comes. I must warn everyone. I must tell my father. Unreadable. He's here. It's not really much of a will, is it? Neat.
Something with this helmet gives me chills. What's wrong with it?
Can't catch a mackerel since those Innsmouthers took over the fishing business.
Do you like it here, newcomer? Well, get used to it. No one leaves Oakmont nowadays.
Great, cool.
Where's your Oberon, huh, Titania?
Alright. I actually sort of love how weirdly janky this game is. It kind of makes me happy. Like, they were like, all the references in the world. Who cares if it screws up a little bit, right? Although, I apologize if it's like a little, if it occasionally gets a little jerky when there's a lot of people around.
I've said everything I know.
Look at this. This guy is barefoot. No, sir.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
I did not know that I had a flashlight. Like, I knew I had one, I didn't know I could use it. I just learned that. I played this game all weekend, and just learned that. Nothing at all downstairs? That seems unlikely.
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed. The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
Loads of books, man. Alright, nothing here.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
It would take tremendous effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like this. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. Choo choo. Ahem. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. Five cards short of a full house. I'm surprised I don't have someone's portrait here.
I think I've looked... Oh, not quite.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So that's what an Innsmouther looks like.
Glenna, Nehri, Glenna, Gebhal, Nugulina,
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
So here's the thing. One of the things about this game that drives me a little crazy, they use the... Like, every black dude you interact with in this game is this character model. Different clothes, different hair, same model. Different voices, slightly different eyes. Although they all seem to have green eyes, which is weird. But always that model. I don't know why. Like, it just, you know, make a couple of them, you know? At least if you have to talk to them at the very least. That's the one thing that really drives me crazy.
Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouth Lewis Flynn.
No, you don't think so, Ken?
After the flood.
How you doing?
I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. It was add or starve.
Eh.
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much.
Oh, I'm good.
Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside.
Have you played this before?
His business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious. Barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
Put the guy in
It's
Lewis
good
on.
stuff, from what I've
He
played.
started to
It's,
make
it's
these
janky, but it's
horrible
it's
sounds.
really interesting,
Okay. My head
especially if you like
burst,
Lovecraft.
And he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing. Just dreams.
Yeah, I understand how that
Drowned
is.
streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar. Who is this K you keep mentioning?
Outsider, show some respect. K is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. K be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
So, I mean, feel free to, like, I guess, like, if you want, like, hang out or come back and like, check out the streams, because I was playing this sort of on my own, and I realized that this is something that I should definitely play on stream, because it's real crazy, and, like, the bugs are really funny, and there's a lot to see. It's a really big game, you know, all things considered, despite all the weird bugs. I kind of like the jankiness, if I'm being honest. It makes me think of how people were talking about Cyberpunk. I kind of dig it. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, really. Yeah, I'm not into spoilers and whatnot, but I'm also gaming while watching, so I'll miss things. So we'll be fine. Okay, cool.
Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay, have mercy on his soul.
I'll leave you to it. Take care of yourself, Will.
Please, detective, sir, tell me the truth. Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or, Kay, did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. The police will stop anyone coming in or out of here, so I suggest you just try and get some rest.
I'm afraid of what I might dream.
I feel like, I haven't taken the time to look this up, but I strongly suspect that the character that I'm playing, I think his voice might be Spike Spiegel. Maybe.
Take this, ape-face.
I hear you. I feel the same way.
Yeah, run!
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
What's happening?
Take this, ape-face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Yeah, this game has a lot of trigger warning stuff going on, because you're constantly fighting against going crazy. I'm hoping that everybody is seeing the warning at the beginning that I put up, because I know this game is very violent and has, like, a lot of mental health stuff going on. We'll have a Discord call. Okay. No worries, Simon. So the Mind Palace is interesting. You basically take two clues and put them together to come up with conclusions that you can draw. Um, it's an interesting mechanic that I'd never seen up until this game. Albert Throgmorton was dangerous and posed a threat to Lewis Flynn and his fellow fishermen. Let's see. Sudden psychotic outbreak. I did not see a warning. However, being batshit crazy already, I'm good. Okay, well, good to know. I mean, like you're a regular, so I don't even know if it would do anything for you. But basically, I put up a thing that was like, I mean, you're already following, so maybe you wouldn't see it. But I put up like a basically like a warning, like, hey, if you're a kid or if you're sensitive, this is maybe not going to be a super family friendly stream for a bit. That's basically what I did. Sudden psychotic outbreak. Albert returned unstable. Albert Throgmorton behaved strangely after returning from sea. He was mad, violent, and spoke gibberish. Sudden psychotic outbreak. The fisherman suffered a sudden psychotic outbreak after Albert Throgmorton regained consciousness. Albert Throgmorton spread some sort of psychic influence which made every man nearby suffer hysteria. Albert fled when wounded. One fisherman is missing. Albert and the fisherman named Lewis fled the scene after the fight in the house. I can track them using my supernatural sense, because I have one of those. Lewis shot without warning. Albert fled when wounded. Nope. Innsmouther feud. Anti-Throgmorton sentiment. As an Innsmouther, Lewis and his people suffered at the hands of the Throgmortons. That could be a reason to hate them. Albert fled wounded. That's all I got left. Can't do anything with that. It's by itself. I can track down Albert using my supernatural sense. I'll do my best to not go crazy. No promises, though. I could jump out the window, but I know this game has fall damage, so I'm just gonna go out the door like a normal person. Also, I just wanna... Did I find all the evidence? Oh, I did.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Look at this thing. They're harmless, but they're everywhere, and they're gross. They kind of look like cats, but kind of like prawns?
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Hmm.
There's something in the pocket.
Bloodstained note. Lewis, please just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm underwater like everyone else right now. I don't yet have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly with the fuzz snooping about the port. But don't worry, I've struck a nice deal with the proper people and should have a steady supply channel soon. Just one more week and I'll return everything with double interest. Okay. I'm a detective. Let's go upstairs. I always go upstairs before going into a basement. Can't go upstairs. Also, can't go down that way. Well, I guess I could, but why?
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far.
I don't think there's anything else in here to look at. One swing, not bad. Oh! Oh no! Don't like that. Huh. I think it's stuck behind the door. Got it. Yeesh.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Oh, there's a sperm whale carcass in here. Huh. Didn't even kill this one. Look at this thing. Yeah, a bit. It's got hands, I guess. Okay, I should stop looking at it. It's making me crazy. Yeah, if you're enjoying my music, feel free to follow. Oh boy. Let me get out of here. Everything in here is making me crazier. Let's take a look at the Mind Palace, because it's going to just keep flashing at me until I do. Lewis pursued Albert. Albert fled when wounded. Lewis may have wanted Albert dead. Lewis may have wanted to kill Albert outright because he was a Throgmorton rather than just drive him off. Maybe. Lewis left the crime scene. Albert was murdered. Bar owner is indebted to Lewis. Lewis, the Innsmouther that killed Albert Throgmorton, may be hiding at the bar in Oakmont Port. Again, we're just left with Albert was murdered. Can't believe I had a flashlight this whole time and didn't know. Look at these things. Gross little cat prawns. Bar under the keel. That's a good sign if I'm looking for a bar.
Oh. Yeah. Hey. Got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Okay.
Stay alert. Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Okay.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
Alright, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
What do you think, guys? Do you think I should, spend a bullet and get my future? Is it worth a bullet? I mean, like, I don't think so. I'm gonna give her a bullet, see what she says.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars, circled by the dead.
Okay.
A race from one to the next, as time itself laughs.
Okay.
I think I'd like my bullet back.
It is what it is. The truth will out soon. Me, I just caught an early glimpse.
Why do I feel like I got scammed?
I didn't do that the first time around.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I've seen some unsettling creatures around. Like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead.
I like him.
Unless you're a newcomer.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
I mean...
Robert Throgmorton hired me to investigate his son's disappearance. I found the note about your debt to Lewis near his cold, dead body. And it looks like Lewis murdered Robert's kid. You want him to come here and ask instead of me?
What?
Don't what me. At best, you're harboring a criminal. At worst, you're an accessory to murder.
What? No. I ain't done nothing.
Tell that to Mr. Throgmorton.
No.
For real.
No. Throg. Lewis is upstairs. Here's the key.
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day.
I'm kind of a jerk when I need to be. Really knows how to lay it on thick, right? I like how we can hear somebody just chugging off to the side.
Bye.
Oh, also, I kind of love how nobody cares if you just run through their place and look at their stuff. Yeah, for sure. Lots of crazy in this game, too.
What the? Get the... Oh.
Okay.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Yeah.
That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Let's start with this one.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just because I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouthers' bodies were blessed by the sea. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
Okay.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape.
Hey, Jimmy.
I was right.
You did. I mean, you actually said it almost faster than he did. Have you played this before? It'll make more sense when you see Mr. Throgmorton.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body.
Oh, did he?
I might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say.
You'll see why in a minute.
I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakland.
I guess they do say it a lot.
Our home was destroyed.
You'll see.
We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right. Those filthy apes. Now that most of
He
the
does say it a
Blackwoods are
lot.
gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
You finally saw... I don't know what that is. You finally saw Monkey this week. I walked next to them. Oh, like you saw monkeys like for real today? Or this week? Is that what you're telling me? Like you were in a place where there were monkeys? Oh, interesting.
I won't tell him. Everyone seems to agree there's been an outbreak of madness around these parts. I'm inclined to believe you fell victim to it too. Plus, it seems heartless to tear apart a family after what you've been through already.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Reed. Thank you.
That said, the port's still closed. What will you do?
Hide here, I guess. Don't have a choice. The streets are flooded with police.
I'll make something up to tell Throgmorton. Leave as soon as you can.
Thank you again, sir. I won't forget this.
Okay. That's all the... I love the sassy photos all through this game. It's silly. It's real janky, but it is fun. I've been having a good time with it, even though it's really pretty buggy. It's buggy, but not in a way that really bothers me that much. It just seems... It seems like they could have polished it a bit more. But other than that, I'm having a great time. The story and everything is really good. I like the mechanics of it. There's an issue with the lighting that you'll see later. When I say with the lighting, I mean like outdoor lighting. Night and day happens really fast. Like, way too fast. But other than that, I got no real complaints. This is what I'm going with. Lewis killed Albert Throgmorton while under some sort of mental influence. He couldn't control his actions, and thus can't be blamed for Albert's death. I could try and cover for him, or else Robert Throgmorton will have his head. I'm going to try and cover for him, because I don't think all Innsmouthers are bad, even if they are fish people. I know this game is... real, there are never truly good choices. You're always dealing in shades of gray with this game. So I'm just gonna embrace that. Go with my gut. That's pretty cool. I like that. I've never met a monkey in person. Alright, this is why he keeps saying ape. This is Mr. Throgmorton. He and his son look like this.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something.
What? I don't have all day.
Some unusual creatures. And they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible. And when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. And they tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beast's. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
Get to it.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmont.
Oh, yeah, that's very late.
Nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader.
Always appreciate you coming in when it's that late.
Ruins with unnatural architecture, a sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
Thanks for coming through, man. Always appreciate seeing you. Get your rest. I hope you have a nice night.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened?
Thank you.
Defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
Sounds good to me.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
Let's get to work! I mean, sort of. First, let's pass out on the ground. I like how I never go to sleep in this game. I just sometimes have a hallucination and wake up in a bed.
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
My Diary Part 1. I don't know what exactly sank the USS Cyclops, only remember the screams and the metal creaking, water filling the deck, and my headache, the worst I've ever had. I found myself among the floating seaweed, drowning. A nearby piece of boat helped me survive and reach the shore of a small island. They found me on it later, starving, half-mad, and babbling about the ancient ruins and their denizens. The officials said none of what I thought I'd seen was real, but my memories are true. My strange powers, gained after the ordeal, prove it. I found something horrible on that island, something old and dark and slithering, and it still haunts me. That sucks. But at least I'm psychic now. A plea for help. Dear Mr. Reed, I understand you are the private eye that caught the murderer in the port. My life is in danger. I cannot trust anyone in this city. Please come to my room, which is just opposite yours. I am in despair. My studies have drawn the attention of vile forces. They stalk me and will take me soon. I have cast my lot, and I'm beyond saving. But the seven books must be saved at any cost. Even if I'm gone, find my notes there. This knowledge must not be lost, as it could not be our kind's last hope for enlightenment. Please be the bearer. Please be the bearer of this light, for I have failed. This is DLC, baby, because this was not something that I saw the first time I played, but I got a different version of the game this time.
Never again, they say.
Laudanum.
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
Ooh! I get new costumes, which is exciting. Ooh! Lots of cool stuff. Unburdened newcomer. Windcoat. Vacationist? What? Why would I ever dress like that? The one that I really want, there's a couple I really want. Gangster. King's robes are sweet. Daywear. I really want daywear. I thought that I had this. Man of Science, Fisherman. I'm gonna go... We'll go Unburdened Newcomer. However, I really do... What was it called? Investigator Pack. I swear I have that. One sec. So, alright, I got the deluxe collection. For a deluxe edition. Hmm. I just want to see, like, did I mess up somehow? Sinking City. Oh. Maybe it's something I have to do? Hmm. Merciful Madness. Huh. Apparently I was mistaken. Maybe it's a mission? I know this is annoying, but I really want to get the answer to this. You're kidding me. Oh. Oh, whatever. I mean, like, it would have been cool. I just wanted the costume, but apparently it's something else you have to buy. Like, it's this other thing altogether, which is silly and irritating because I don't see any way to get it. Like, it seems to be something that you can only get through Epic, which is annoying. Yeah, you can't get it through their recommended. Ugh. Why is everything so complicated today with this game? I understand there's like issues. Mr. Reed, you were the rare example of a man who treated who treated one of my kind humanly, and I feel I have to repay the debt to you. Take this as a friendly piece of advice. Run, save your life, and leave this Drock city to the depths. Don't dig into its secrets, for they are not worth it. There's nothing good left here. I believe you can find a way to escape. See, I think this is a good guy. Please heed my words. I think he's a pretty good dude. Note from Vanderburgh. Mr. Reed, it seems you overexerted yourself while conducting the investigation for Mr. Throgmorton. Forgive me for the audacity, but I brought you to the Devil's Reef while you were unconscious. Please take more care of yourself in the future. I won't be there for you every time. Thanks. I think I've looked at everything in here. Let's check some rooms.
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston already.
Oh boy. The Tome of the Mayor. The fishermen talk of a place near the Blackwood Manor on the southern part of Whisper Street where meetings occur in the dead of night. The locals don't like this part of eastern Grimhaven Bay because they seem to fear those who gather near the half-built ships. They say a certain book is read at these meetings, a cursed tome that makes people so crave the sea's touch that they go and drown in the ocean. The one reading the book stands on a cursed boat that sinks into the fog. Those who saw it touch the shore have either gone mad or disappeared. Okay. The nightmares. I boarded up the windows and locked the door. They're just men, the Yellow King's gang. They can't get here now. Now there's only me and these nightmares. A little longer and I'll figure them out. Bewitched Tome. The local legends may be more than mere superstition. A dozen witches were hanged on a huge apple tree that still grows near the cider mill. Among these documents, a confession. One of the witches said the devil himself granted them a book with words of power. This book hides itself from mortal eyes, waiting for the witches to be reborn and return to claim it. The witch who wrote the confession lives in eastern Reed Heights, somewhere north of the intersection of Communion Road and Museum Avenue. Could the book still be there? Still be hidden there? Okay. The Wheel Tome. I had a dream so real it still makes my hands shake. A huge Ferris wheel rose amidst the city. People got on and rode it higher and higher before jumping off at its peak. Wow. As the pile of corpses grew bigger, the crowd pushed me to the wheel, and then I saw a man with a leather bag. He was standing in the center of the wheel and reading from a book. His awful dirge was making the wheel rotate and dragging the crowd to their slaughter. Could this vision be real? I know there's a Ferris wheel at the park in western Old Grove near Central Avenue and Beacon Street. But where could the book be? Waiting book. So I guess I gotta find all these books. This is... Okay. Building the church was his redemption. Day after day he worked without payment, carrying stones and putting them in the moist soil of Salvation Harbor. At night when he returned to his house behind the church, he could not sleep. The book his ancestors brought across the ocean called. When the church was built, the priest found him hanged on the bell ropes, but the book is still waiting for someone to come and read it. His house is in Central Salvation Harbor. On Old Church Road between Seven Oaks Street and... yeah, that's directions. No one wants to live there even after the flood. Hidden book. It took a lot of effort to track down this book. After being stolen from the Throgmorton Museum, it was bought by a local surgeon who was found dead in his house after the flood. I snuck in and checked out his place, but in vain. Still, there's somewhere else the tome may be, the private hospital in western Reed Heights where the surgeon worked. He has been abandoned. The archives say it is on Bourbon Road between Innsmouth Road and Oak Street. Is that everything? Jeez, there's more. Book in the bank. Talking with locals is never easy, but this old chap was one of the queerest yet. He was happy to talk about the book, but only laughed when I proposed to buy it. I left it in the most guarded place of the city, and paid enough to keep it there until the world ends. And if it is abandoned after the flood, even better. Ignorance is the best guardian. I'm guessing he meant the abandoned bank building in Northern Advent on Forefathers Street between Helog Street and Windhalf Avenue. Alas, it would be too dangerous to go there by myself. Local women were talking about a ruined house in Central Coverside near the radio tower on the crossing of Landing Avenue and Kingsport Street. They said the ghosts of the house owner and his family still read the unholy book they kept. Several newcomers who tried to settle in those ruins have gone mad. It's a lot of books. Any more? Whoa, look at the ceiling. Even the ceiling's got a thing. But I think that's all the books. Excuse me. I guess that's it. Let us continue exploring. What's this? Mr. Archer, I've seen you dragging things into your room. Mind the floors. I'll make you pay for any scratches you leave. Landlord.
The door won't budge.
I'll get in there later. Gunpowder. Too many coincidences. So the lighthouse is out. Several ships have gotten lost at sea, and some are now decorating the city's beaches. That's one thing. But now there's an enterprising fellow at the city port hiring salvagers to recover ships. He's turning a tidy profit from selling them. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look into it. Now, if only the city wasn't so impossible to navigate. Wonder who left this here. The one room with nothing in it, except a weird picture. But it's just a picture.
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you, though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, all right?
Got any proof it was me? It could have been one of my neighbors. I slept like a rock. I didn't hear a thing.
That's exactly what a newcomer would say. Your neighbors are respectable people and would never do such a thing. Don't think your yellow-clad patron means you get away with everything.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are we the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine. Take what you wish.
Look at all the letters. Alright, neat. Anything here worth taking? I'm not seeing anything. But maybe something on the counters? Nothing. Something in the back, perhaps? Wait, what is this? To my dear nephew. My dear Victor, how is Oakmont treating you? Should you require any support, the Blackwoods will be happy to help you. I've arranged for that. Regarding your question, I don't know where Robert went, sadly. Only that he did not stay at Innsmouth. Perhaps there is hope he didn't perish in that cursed raid. Take good care of the hotel, please. Plenty of our relatives were interested in the property, but you're still my favorite nephew. I know the Devil's Reef Inn is in good hands. Regards, Aunt Portia.
I'm watching you, newcomer.
Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at lore. Correspondence, nephew, blah, 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 blah. None of that's helpful. Casebook! Lost at sea. Robert Throgmorton gave me a key to the expedition headquarters. Northern Coverside at the crossroad of Ash and Hubert Avenue. Which puts it over here somewhere? Riverside, crossroad of Asher and Hubert. Well, there's Asher. There's Hubert. So that's where we're going. And it looks like we're taking a boat because I don't know how I can get any closer. Boat! We'll go this way. Guess I didn't need the boat. Rags. Nice.
Hey, handsome. Wanna have some fun?
No, no, thank you. Oof, boy. This is a rough town. Look, a cultist. Also, look at these stairs. What even happened here? Another cultist. Another cultist. They're everywhere. Not spooky at all. This looks to be the spot. Let's see if I can make any decent bullets here.
Guess I don't need the key.
Dangers of diving. Divers with the bends can suffer from numerous symptoms, including pain, impaired movement, nausea, vomiting, and disorientation. Acute symptoms can occur within 10 minutes of servicing and include paralysis, numbness, blindness, deafness, dizziness, seizures, confusion, or words coming out all weird. Okay. The paralysis and numbness can involve several different parts of the body at the same time.
Someone smashed it beyond repair. Are a few damp papers all that's left of the expedition?
Something is up. Where is it? Okay, I think I'm alright. Sheesh.
Can't say I ever saw another shell like it.
How to protect. According to our data, the places with the paranormal activity have a strong, previously unidentified influence on the human mind. We have prepared a list of solutions, including meditative practices and a supply of sedatives to prevent cases of madness among the expedition members. I highly recommend discarding all of those charms, amulets, and religious symbols which are of no use, and apply these scientifically valid methods of protection instead. H. Doe. More alcohol.
These samples glitter in a weird way. I wonder where they came from. Map of Cape Cod. It looks like there was something here, but it's been erased.
H. Doe, anthropologist. The Oakmont University Department of Anthropology welcomes the newest addition to its ranks, Professor Harriet Doe. Her brilliant discoveries about the origin of Inuit tribes have added a new page to the history books of humanity. Now Professor Doe will embark on a new expedition to hopefully shed light on the source of the flood, and in doing so, shed light on what may yet be to come. Okay. I mean, I guess that's it up here. And now we have a weird hidden room. Partially burned cargo manifest. The following must be unreadable. Grimhaven Bay, no later than Friday. Diving suits, air tanks, canned food, and personal belongings. With unreadable. Research equipment, air pipes, phone station and wires, power generator. Didn't like that sound. Whoa. Whoa, there's a dude in here.
Guess this helmet's beyond repair.
Probably. I'm guessing I found everything in here. Yep. Let's put it all together, baby.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Grab the papers. Smash the rest.
I fatah me fe I regach I dagon.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Time to figure this out.
Clearly this is one.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
This is two.
Grab the papers. Smash the rest.
And this isn't difficult.
I fatah me fe I regach I dagon.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Several men broke into the expedition headquarters. What they didn't smash, they burned. The archives, even the newspapers.
Check out the Mine Palace. Cargo manifest from the expedition was taken to Grimhaven Bay Pier. The expedition headquarters was vandalized by Innsmouthers. They burned all the expedition archive, even the newspapers. Burned newspapers. The expedition archive is lost, but I still have clues to follow up on. They left the city on a freighter from Grimhaven Bay. There might be recent postings or ads about the freighter in the Oakmont Chronicle, which I guess means I'm going to check out newspapers? Got these mystic tomes. There's from Oakmont. I should take care of this stuff on the map at some point. Okay, well, let's see. What's here?
Hello, officer.
Well, look who finally decided to show up. If it ain't Charles Reed, the genius that cracked the case of Albert Throgmorton. Captain Caleb Lyons at your service. What can we simpletons do to assist you, Mr. Holmes?
You and I have a problem, officer.
No. Aside from making everyone in the Oakmont Police Department look like idiots, let me be frank, newcomer. You ain't welcome. You slip up, don't cross a T or dot an I, and I'll treat you like every other criminal here.
Okay. Well, can I use the police archive in the meantime?
You can, but only because of Mr. Throgmorton's patronage. And heed me well, you're on mighty thin ice, and I'll be under it when it breaks.
Okay. I mean, I don't need anything here. I just wanted to stop in. So that was a fun way to meet the police. I just want to get here. The Oakmont Chronicle. But first and foremost, I see a quick point, or fast travel. Oop. More rags. I wonder if the weather is better in this version. It seems less wonky. Oakmont Chronicle.
The old papers are by the door. Take them and stop bothering me already.
I think you've got me confused with someone else.
Aren't you a newcomer?
I mean, yeah.
Help me out here. What's the connection between newcomers and old newspapers?
It's cold sleeping in the street, and they come to collect the old newspapers for warmth.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess I am a newcomer. Charles Reed, private investigator. And I also need your old newspapers, the archive, to be exact.
Ah, so you're the one who cracked the Albert Throgmorton murder case. Nice work. I'm Helen Bland. Say, can you do me a favor?
Hey, sweetheart.
Give me an exclusive interview. You won't regret it. The Oakmont Chronicle is the best newspaper for miles around.
She's
all right. I'll be sure to make some time for you, Miss Bland.
Good girl. One of the dogs came in, but she won't come close enough for me to pet her.
She's just out of range.
She just wants to lay on my bed. Hold on. Here she is. She's a good girl. She doesn't care.
You're a good girl, Pixel.
She's a good girl.
You are now a star. Yes.
Pixel's a star. Oh boy. I started the game over and it is... Oh, you guys get to hear a little bit of... I'm gonna pull back the kimono for a second. So, when I did a bunch of research on this last night because there's been like a bunch of crazy issues with this game because of the publisher. Did I tell you about this? The publisher essentially, like the people who were supposed to... So we had the people who made the game.
Right.
Right? They made this game, and the publisher didn't like something, and so they hacked the game.
Oh yeah, you mentioned this.
They hacked the game, changed some stuff, changed some logos, and put it on Steam. And a bunch of other different places for download. So to support the actual creators of the game, they had a 60% off sale, so I picked up the ultimate version or whatever for like $25.
Not bad.
Yeah. And I just started over again. Because why not? That's all. That's the whole story.
Cool. Alright, I'm gonna bring it.
Okay.
Do you still want that interview? I got some time now, if you're ready.
Oh,
Build-A-Boar!
We know that you're the private eye who solved the case.
Yeah, man.
Tell our readers
How you doing?
more about yourself.
I'm a former Navy diver. Served on the USS Cyclops, and after the war, I found myself in Boston. I've been a private eye ever since.
Oh, a brave sailor. Well, I imagine you'll get accustomed to local life easily. We have plenty of water around
Oh,
here.
not so bad.
Maybe we'll have the chance to work together later. Who knows? And now the big question. Why are you here? What brought you to Oakmont?
I like that I can be super honest about why I'm in Oakmont.
Currently, I'm tracking down the source of the psychic phenomenon that's been causing madness and visions all across the country.
Ah, yes. It affected people here, but we were much more concerned with the flood. Though Robert Throgmorton sent an expedition.
Yeah, and then hired me to find it. Ironic, don't you think?
I think that's enough for now. I can't give the readers too much all at once. Thank you for your interview, Mr. Reed.
My pleasure. Maybe I'll do something interesting enough to make the papers again. You never know. See you later.
Yeah, so Build-A-Boar, believe it or not, I'm actually still kind of tired. Huh. Interesting. I don't know what I just picked up, but cool. I'm actually still kind of tired from the all-nighter that I pulled. Have you seen... Did you see the link I put up in my personal Discord, Build-A-Boar? Yeah, that's exactly how I'm feeling. Yeah, just check the art tab, and you'll find it. Everything after 5 minutes 50 seconds is the stuff I did. Like, I mean, you were there. You saw all the world stuff all the world building stuff that I did. So, I don't think you'll have a hard time figuring out what's mine. And we are playing I recognize the lava picture. Yes, it's 3D now. Don't worry about the picture. Well, there's a video. There's a video of the full demo. You can watch the whole thing, but if you want to see what I did, oh yeah, cool. Everything that I did is after the 5 minutes 50 second mark. Dangerous. Ooh. What? That is weird looking. That looks like... Yep. I think that's intentional. It's cute, right? Yeah. Alright, time to do what I'm here for, I guess. Should be pretty simple. This is the first one. So. The expedition archive is lost, but I still have clues to follow up on. They left the city on a freighter from Grimhaven Bay. There might be recent postings or ads about the freighter in the Oakmont Chronicles. So, we'll do district, and we'll say Grimhaven Bay. Section, advertisements. I mean, like, it's pretty straightforward, this one. After the flood. Boom. Simple. The 30-ton ship, Titania, which is definitely the one that I found the lifeboat for earlier, is currently available for hire. You will find it fully equipped for transport, as well as the aiding of underwater ventures and exploration, for the price of 70 rifle bullets, or the equivalent thereof, per week. Those interested are urged to contact Captain Jeremiah Sanders for contracting details. He can be found at Pier 3, Oakmont Port, Grimhaven Bay. I don't even need to like mark that on my map. That'll be pretty easy to find. Where's the way out of here? Oh, I'm real close to Devil's Reef. I didn't realize. We'll just use that. Little dude's getting some air. Yeah, man. He's got like 3 different ways to like increase his ups. It's kind of great. What time is it? You guys, I'm gonna keep playing this tonight because it's fun, but I am going to stop to get food in a little while. Not just yet, though. I just want to make sure I do it before it gets too late, because I'm not driving my car. It is leaking power steering fluid. Huh. Could have sworn. That's not good. Burned out the AC. Fans on mine, waiting on parts to arrive. Yeah, I have an appointment. Yeah, man. Whoa! That cop just shot that dude with a shotgun. Martial law up in this piece. Hey, I found some bullets. I don't know what I just found, but I found something. Let's pull out a better gun. It's like watching a slight reflection in the glass. What do you mean? Oh, you mean like where I saw myself hanging there? I don't know what I'm looking for here. Oh yeah, I did it so that, because sometimes, like, stuff shows up in that space. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Come here. Come on. Yeah, I turned down the opacity. Ugh. I turned down the opacity a little bit, so that you could see anything that popped up behind me. This game, there's a lot of gnarly stuff, and I just want everything to be visible. Like, I think I did it specifically because, like, bits of text and stuff show up that you can't see everything for. And I just wanted to make it easier for everyone to see. Ooh! I didn't realize that I had a knowledge point. Let's do absolute clarity. Earn more experience and stay sane for slightly longer. Not even a question. Gross. I have no idea what I'm looking for here. There's certainly a reason to be here, I just don't know what it is. And because, okay, so the way this game works is, check out my map. It does not mark anything for you aside from the very few major places where you go to do research. That's all that it gives you. This map is big and half the streets are flooded. But then you have like all this stuff and you can mark the locations on the map yourself. So I'm in a place that's clearly for something in the game. I just don't know what. Cool. Found a bunch of stuff. Let's climb, see what's up there. And hope whatever is up here doesn't kill me. Huh, there's something... Started picking it up a little bit. Here. Whatever it is, I'm not close enough to fully get it. Huh. See, the sky's real wild in this game. Like, look, see how fast the shadows are moving? It's so strange. Nobody seems to notice. Just me. Wait, this is the way... This is the way I came in. Let's see if I can find whatever that weird psychic emanation that I found was. See, the problem with this game is you can't really jump. There's something here, though. Ah. Here it is. Found a bunch of stuff. Oh, we got another one. Easy enough. So the reason I'm like looking around real yeah? But what's up? Uh-huh. Nice. Oh, snap. It's another KKK place. I find these occasionally. Yeah, so you're kind of a little crazy because you had a run-in. Like, okay, so you were the sole survivor from the USS Cyclops, which only matters if you like that's only a good piece of information if you're familiar with a lot of H.P. Lovecraft's writing. That is not great. If you're familiar with a lot of H.P. Lovecraft's writing, you know that the USS Cyclops is the ship in the story from Dagon, and this is the sole survivor from Dagon, presumably. Like, I mean, like, it's definitely just like they're making it's a nod to the short story, but being that close to an elder god apparently made him kinda psychic, and whenever he uses that ability, see that blue bar on the left-hand side there? That's my sanity. It starts dropping as soon as I start using my psychic abilities. And also whenever I see something really crazy. And also, I haven't done this, but apparently it look. Also, apparently it'll drop if you accidentally shoot not like if you shoot like a civilian. Okay, I don't know what I just found, but it was something. I guess it will mark this as treasure. I'll just run up to here and mark it as treasure, because whatever it was, I found it. So I'm not even sure what it was that I got from that, but it was useful. But yeah, when you lose your mind, so check it out. What's really interesting about this is that if you go crazy, if you go a little, if you lose your marbles, sometimes your meter will drop low enough that apparitions will appear. They're clearly in your head, and they can definitely hurt you, but you can't hurt them. All you can do is run. Where's the nearest? Oh. And look at this thing. Look at it. It's kind of a cat. It's kind of a prawn. Either way, it's not great. Okay, I think I can get around. No, I can't. Worth a try. I don't want to get in that water. But there's no boat here, so I'm not going that way. We're gonna go to the other one. Huh. Well, I'm not getting there that way. Ooh. Clearly, we're just getting started here. I'm kind of okay, whatever was in there, I got it. It just didn't show up in my... I didn't get an alert. This game is real janky sometimes, you guys. Not in a bad way. Just in a janky way. Ugh. Finally, fast travel. Let's go to the wharf. Oh, I don't have fast travel for the wharf. All that for that. Well, we'll head to Asher Street and catch a ride. No, we're already on Roosevelt. And once I get there, we're gonna take a short Did you see that? Did you guys see that? This game is so crazy and weird. Did you see what happened? Anybody? Is he dead? He is. He literally was walking and just dropped dead right there, like double time. Like, he didn't fall slowly. It was like gravity was increased and he fell hard. I love this game. So we'll hang a right on Central and head this way. Trust me, it was great. Somebody should clip it because it was amazing. Yeah, man, that squawk was me because that guy fell harder than a sack of something? Bricks? Ton of bricks, that's the expression. It was just really funny. Sack of potatoes, that'll work. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna find out real quick. Nope, not going in there. Don't know whose house it is, not trying to find out. Riding in my janky little boat. Actually, I kind of like this boat. I wish it were a little faster or upgradable or something, but it is not. Also, I kind of like how it appears anywhere where there's like a little dock, which is extremely helpful. We're gonna take this all the way to Deep Shore Road. Woo! Pontoon! It's a converted car. Slow and not upgradable. Fits, though, for the Lovecraft vibe. Oh, for sure. Also, this is, like, you know, right after World War I, so... You know, I mean, look at the engine. Can't help him. Every once in a while, I'll go and check something out and just make somebody mad by getting too close to them, and they'll be like, "Go away," and then they'll pull out a gun and start shooting at me. It's crazy.
Look for your sins and repent. K Almighty will punish the wretched by sending terrors unnamed creeping from the abyss below. Atone for your deeds.
Okay.
Before it's too late.
It's cool, man. You do your thing. There's a save point around here somewhere. Not a save point. There's a quick travel, a fast travel around here somewhere. There it is. Oh, it's that guy.
You're the man who handled the problems in the port.
I am.
Seem like a sharp sleuth. Want to make something on the side?
You pay, I work. What's the job?
Ah, a fellow businessman. I'm Vincent, but you can call me Vince. First task is to find the ship's log for the Pride.
Charles Reed. A few questions, if I may.
Sure.
Why are you looking for a ship log?
Maybe I'll tell you when the job is done. Right now, you don't need to know.
In my line of work, you don't get far without appreciating the need for privacy. I understand. What can you tell me about the Pride? I'm gonna need somewhere to start.
Mostly rumors. The captain was an exemplary patriot. Always had a flag with him. His last shipment may have been chemicals in metal barrels.
It could be resting on the seabed 1,000 miles away. What makes you think it can be found?
I wouldn't waste my money on you unless I had hope. Local drunkards say they saw the barge on the sunken road near the fish market.
Good. I'll check the place and bring you the Pride's ship log if it's still there.
Easy enough.
See you later.
I'm just like collecting missions, but like I already know that by doing main missions you unlock better items. So I'm mostly thinking about that, at least early on. The first 3 for sure. I don't want to drag my feet on them.
Thank K. At last. Hey, help. Help.
What's going on?
Sea creatures. Swarmed over the piers. I hid here, but these walls won't stand up to them. Please help me.
What creatures? What are you talking about?
Wild beasts. They came to feast on the blood. They're eating the dead.
I'm looking for Captain Sanders. Is he here in the port? Did the creatures get him?
I saw Sanders. Help me. I'll tell you what I know.
Alrighty. I'm ready for some combat, baby! Also, I'd like to admire some of these signs. Look at that fresh fish sign. Sheesh. I did it! I could have killed those things without using guns, though. Those things aren't terribly strong.
I've dealt with the creatures. Now, tell me about Sanders.
He got back several hours ago. Those things, they came because of him.
Yep. Bullets are hard to come by, but you can make them in this game. But they're also currency. It's really crazy.
What happened on the Titania?
It was horrible. A damn massacre. I heard the shots. I went out. I saw the whole thing. Sailors bleeding, dying. Blood hit the water, and then, well, then the wild beasts came to feast.
This Sanders. What kind of man is he?
Newcomer. Seemed like a decent guy. Okay, Captain. Treated his crew well.
I gotta find Sanders. Where is he?
Saw him get away. Just after the shooting. Ran for the pier. Didn't see where he went after that.
Did you see anyone else from the expedition?
No. Only Sanders. I'd bet my life no one else made it back.
Okay. Okay, guys. It's 8:17 and I'm on foot because my car is going in for repairs. I'm gonna go grab a bite to eat and come right back because we ain't done tonight. No, sir. Anybody gonna come hang out with me? Yeah. I should be back. It shouldn't take longer than an hour. I gotta walk there, scarf some food, and walk back. You know? I don't think I'll be a terribly long time. Maybe 15 minutes each way and time to eat, so I don't know, give it an hour, roughly. Sound good? Alright, kiddos, I'm gonna step out. I'll be back very soon. Just as long as it takes me to put on a hoodie, walk, eat, come back. See ya.